Hello everyone, welcome to Virtual Board. So in this video we are going to see how to solve pseudocodes. So pseudocodes are generally asked in various company entrance exams like Infosys they ask about pseudocodes. They have a separate section for a pseudocodes. In Capgemini pseudocodes are asked and similarly many companies ask pseudocode in their exams. Okay, so today we will see only some basic pseudocodes, how to solve a basic pseudocodes. I will try to give you some basic understanding about pseudocodes and how you can solve them easily. And if I get some positive response on this video, then I will surely make video on some advanced level pseudocodes or some higher level pseudocodes. Okay, so let us start the video. See, this pseudocode in this pseudocode we have to just tell what would be the output of the following pseudocode. So let us start. See, we have given the value of I equal to 3. They are saying set I equal to 3. So we have the value of I equal to 3. Then there is a do while loop. They have also provided a note that do while loop is a control flow statement that executes a block of code at least once. If a condition is not true, then also the loop gets executed once. Okay. So now we are inside the loop. It is saying print I plus 3. So we are inside the loop. It is saying print I plus 3. So I is already 3. So what would get printed in first loop? 6 get printed in first loop. Then I equals to I minus 1. So I equals to I minus 1. The value of I is 3 and minus 1. So the new value of I becomes 2. Now the new value of I becomes 2. Again, see, there is also a condition in the while loop. This loop will run until while I is does not equal to 0. When I becomes 0, the condition gets terminated. Fine. Now the loop runs second time. What happens? Print I plus 3. The value of I is 2 plus 3. So what gets printed? 5 gets printed. In first loop 6 get printed. When the loop runs second time, 5 gets printed. Now what happens? Again the condition I equals to I minus 1. So I equals to I minus 1. What is the value of I? 2 in this case. So 2 minus 1. The new value of I becomes 1. Now again the value of I gets updated and it becomes 1. Again, but this 1 is not equal to 0. 1 is not equal to 0. So this loop will run again. Third time, what happens? Print I plus 3. The value of I is 1 plus 3. So what gets printed? 4 gets printed. Now the condition I is equals to I minus 1. What is the value of I? The value of I is 1 and minus 1. So I becomes 0. Now it will check the condition while I does not equal to 0. So it will check condition while I, that is 0, does not equals to 0. But 0 is equal to 0. So the condition terminates. Now we have got our answer, that is 654. So this was the answer of this pseudocode. Let us check. See, answer number D. Now we will solve the other question. Next question. Okay, so these are the options and let us see what is the question saying. See, we are given an integer a string str1. Now str1, the string contained is goose, goose. Now what does a contains here? A is having the length of this string length str1. Okay, now a will contain the length of str1. So what is the length of str1? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the length of str1 is 5 and it is contained in a variable. Now what we have to do? We have to simply print a XOR 1 means 5 XOR 1. Now what does XOR operator do? Okay, first of all we have to, if we have to solve any operation like XOR operation, AND operation, OR operation, so what we have to do? We have to convert first this binary digit, this decimal value into binary value. So how we can do that? See, it is very simple. First of all you have to write 1, 2, 4 and 8. Now what we have to do? We have to convert, we have to make binary of this 5. see how we can make 5. 4 plus 1 equals to 5. So what we will do, we will place 1 over under 4 and under 1. The rest of the values we will do 0. Now it becomes the binary of 5. Similarly, how we can make the binary of 1? Simply we need to place 1 inside under 1, and the rest of the values will be 0. Now this is the binary value of 5 and this is the binary value of 1. Okay, now now how we will solve? See, this is only for your understanding and representation. Now what joy does, or exclusive OR does, is it makes the similar values 0, and the values which are not similar, it makes them 1. So this would be our output. Now we can see 1 under 4. So this is the binary representation of 4. Okay, so we get 4. We get 4. So let us check. Our answer is 4. So let us check B, 4. Okay, so this is the correct answer. I hope you understand this question as well. What we have done, see, let me explain you. See, whenever we have to write binary of something, what we do, we just have to write 8 fold to 1. Now if someone asks me to write the binary of 12, how I will write? 12 can be made from 8 plus 4. So I will place 1 under 8 and 1 under 4, and rest of the values will be 0. So this is the binary representation of 12. Now if I have to make 6, how I will do? 6 can be made from 4 and 2. 4 plus 2. So I will place 1 under 4 and 1 under 2. Rest of the values will be 0. Fine. Now if I want to make 15, how I can do that? See, 15 can be made from 8 plus 4 equals to 12, 13, 14 and 1, 15. So this is the binary representation of 15. Now if I want to make 3, how I can do that? 2 plus 1, 3. Rest of the values will be 0. So I think you have got a basic understanding of how to convert decimal values into binary values. Now moving towards the third question. So this is our third question. Now in this question, what we have to do, we are provided with the values of A, B and C. So the value of A equals to 8, B equals to 51 and C equals to 2. Now the next line says C equals to A XOR C. So A, the value of A is 8, XOR C, the value of C is 2, and then XOR again A. So the value of A is 8. Now first of all we will solve this bracket, and then we will calculate the XOR of this output, this result, with 8. Okay, so 8 XOR 2. How to write 8? First of all we will write 1, 2, 4 and 8. Now how we can write 8? Just simply put 1 under 8 and rest of the values will be 0. So this is the binary of 8, and the binary of 2. Put 1 under 2 and rest of the values will be 0. Now what does XOR does? It makes similar values 0, and the values which are not similar, it makes them 1. So 0 and 1. So this is the output of 8 XOR 2. Now what is this value? 8 plus 2. So this is 10. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to calculate 10 XOR 8. Okay, 10 XOR 8. So how we can make 10? So this is 10, as we have seen, 1 0 1 0. This is 10. And what is 8? 1 0 0 0. So 1 0 0 0. What we have to do? We have to calculate XOR. Similar value 0. The values which are not similar, it gets 1 0 0. Now what it becomes? This is the binary representation of 2. So we get our final output C as 2 in this line. So here C becomes 2. Now C, the value of C remains unchanged. Okay, after this step also C is 2. Now what we have to do? We have to calculate B equals to B mod 4. B equals to B mod 4. What does this mod operator do? It generally outputs the remainder. So what is the B? The value of B is, see, the value of B is 51. So 51 when divided by 4, 4 ones are 4, 11, 4 twos are 8. So we get output as 3. 3 is our output. So here we get B as 3. Now what we have to do, we have to simply print A plus B plus C. See, the value of A is 8, it is unchanged, and the value of B is 3, and the value of C is 2. We have calculated over here. So what we get, 8, 9, 10 and plus 3, 13. So we get our answer as 13. We get our answer as A. So let us check the answer. See, our answer is A. So I hope you have understood, you have understand this question also. Now we will move towards the next question. See, if you have any doubt, you can comment down or you can connect to me on my Instagram and you can ask doubts over there also. I would suggest you to subscribe my channel for more videos regarding pseudocodes, or if you have any doubt, you can just mail me. I will make videos on them, separate videos on them. And if you like the video, you surely share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Okay, let us solve this question. So here we are given integer I, j and k, and we are given the value of k as 8. Okay, k has the value 8. It is already initialized. K equals to 8. Now we have two loop statements. They are nested loops. Okay, so for, see, first statement says for each I from 1 to 1. Okay, so we can write it as for I equals to 1, and it is still I is from 1 to 1. Okay, so 1 to 1 means I is less than or equals to 1, and it is increment. Okay, we can write this statement like this also. Now we have another loop inside the for loop, so we can write this as for each j from the value of I to 1. Okay, so j is equals to I, and it is going up to j is less than or equals to 1, and it is also incrementing. Okay, so we have written this statement like this. Now what is the statement under these two loops? Print k plus 1. Okay, we have to print this, print k plus 1. Now end for and end for. Okay, so simply we have the value of k equals to 8. Okay, so for I equals to 1, so I is equals to 1, I is less than or equal to 1, condition is true. Now we get inside the loop. Now the another loop, j equals to I, so j equals to I means j equals to 1, j is less than or equal to 1, condition is true. Now we come inside the loop. What is the next statement? Print k plus 1. K plus 1 means k is 8, 8 plus 1, so 9 gets printed. Now again the value get incremented by 1, j becomes 2. Now j become 2, so 2 is less than or equals to 1. No, the condition is false, so this whole loop gets terminated. This whole loops get terminated. Here now the value of I becomes 2. The value of I becomes 2 because this loop will also get increment. Now 2 is less than or equals to 1. No, this condition also gets false, so this all loop also gets terminated. So what we have got as output, we have got 9 as our output. CB 9. Okay, so if you like the video, do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon if you want more videos like this, and if you want some interview updates. So these are some of the videos which I have made in past month and past days. So you also get update about various companies. I also post some interview experiences, some university related videos as well about some subjects, and some technical videos as well. So subscribe to my channel for more videos, and if you like this video, share it with your friends, and if you want next part, do comment, and that's it. Thank you for watching the video.